I've been here about 7 years, and I think 2 years after I got here, I was asked to kind of do a program like this. And with the job that we have here at the hospital, and you try to involve your community in these sort of things, it takes a lot of people to help. So Brad Kucher's been a big part of this. Get it up and running. Bethany Hurley, she's actually in PT school right now at KU, so she's helped a lot last year. Honestly, she probably did a lot of the work behind the scenes last year in getting this set up. We're actually using a lot of the same program this year that she started last year. So Kelly Wilkinson, she actually worked with us last year as well, and she's in PT school also. So these are young kids from the community that are going to be coming back to be a part of the efforts that we give. Scott Engel, Braden Damon, Trevor Kuhlman, Erica Hadachek, Kurt Engel, Jessica Wallenberg. These are all kids that helped last year and are also helping this year too. So, this was something that Blaine sent to me in an email, and he said, there's some grant money out there for some of these programs that you're doing. Maybe we should try to write this grant. So, without you letting me know about it, this probably wouldn't have happened. And these are funds that it's hard for us to take away from the clinic to get out in the community on a day-to-day basis. It's easy to do a one-time project or health fair or something like this, but this runs, we affect about 8, so we have 77 kids signed up this year. So, it's affecting a lot of people, and it also runs the entire month of June and July. So it's not just a one-day clinic or a one-day health fair, and in order to get that up and running and to keep it going, it takes a lot of people and a lot of planning and programming. So some of the list of names that I've read off there have been a big part of that last year, and we're adding to that this year. Julie helped kind of get everything set up today, and she basically keeps track of me every day. So I'm out of the clinic helping out with this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But we usually start around 7 or so. Brad actually is there earlier. What time do you guys start, Brad? 6:20. 6:20. So these kids are up out of bed really 5 days a week, because this program is 3 days a week, and Brad's doing something with them every day. So I don't know that I can say that I was up at 6 o'clock in the morning when I was in junior high or high school doing health programs like this and fitness programs. So I think it says a lot about the kids in our community and what we're doing to help them and what they're doing to help us also. But Julie kind of keeps track of my schedule every day, and so I don't get back into the clinic until around 9 o'clock. And so usually when I walk in, she kind of follows me in and starts handing me the list of names of who to call and what to do. And so I greatly appreciate her setting this up today and being a big part of that behind the scenes every day. Yeah. The school board, I think I went to them 2 years ago, to also the superintendent, Troy Damon, and said, hey, this is a project that we've been asked to do for our community and for our schools. Would the school be willing to provide the facility, because we don't have that sort of a facility with this hospital, and basically was welcomed with open arms from the get-go. And we have some school board members here today, and we go to the school board, and I basically just say, we did it last year, do you think we can do it this year? And they're always more than happy to let us use their facilities. So we greatly appreciate their effort. And then they provide the staff like Brad and Doug Bull. I know we've had some communication with him in the past about getting this started. So I know I'm listing off a lot of names, but the purpose of that is that I guess I was the one that wrote the grant and helped start this, but there are many, many other people that are a big part of this. So I want to thank everybody for that. One of the things that we're trying to do different this year, I'll back up a little bit and describe what the program really is, and it's to try to do strength and conditioning for the kids of Republic County. We do use the local facility here in town, Republic County High School. We haven't had as many kids from Pike Valley as we'd hoped to, but we're a county hospital, and they're a school in our community and in our county. So hopefully as we expand, we can maybe get them to be a bigger part of this. But at any rate, we have about 77 kids signed up this year. We had roughly the same number last year. Brad starts with weightlifting for the boys in the morning about 6:20 or so, and then at 7:15 we go to a group session on the track. We usually do some sort of dynamic warm-up on the track from 7:15 to 7:30. And then at 7:30 till 8:30, we break up into groups, and that's where we really have to have the help. Brad and I kind of spearhead 2 to 3 other groups besides Brad and I's group that we have stations set up, and then they go through and do any sort of strength training that we kind of think of, and it's usually something different every day. We also typically take them to a pool. We usually do a small group at a time. To do that, we use the country club pool, so we'll be starting that hopefully this week again. We did that last year. So the point of the matter is that it takes kind of all the resources of the community to get this thing pulled off. So we appreciate everybody that's a part of that. One of the big steps that we're doing this year that's a little different, that we're using some of the funds for from the grant, is to get outside people from the community who have maybe some experience or expertise in nutrition to come talk with the kids. If you do any reading about kids and athletics and performance, whether it be academically or on the court or on the field, their nutrition is something that we kind of hear about, but I don't know how much of that education they're getting from a day in, day out basis. And so that's something that we're going to try to add to that this year. And all the research that Brad and I look at, that is really a bigger part that's being missed than the actual running and jumping and lifting, those sort of things. So we're going to use some of these funds to bring in some nutrition help, give maybe some meal plans and things like that. We talked about some sports psychology. We actually have had last Friday, Amanda Pearson is a graduate from Republic County. Does anybody know exactly what you're at, like 04?
Robin Dunsingtown 910. Robin Dunsingtown 910.
So she is, Brad was telling me that she's probably for the last 10 to 15 years, the last Division I athlete to come out of this community. So she's back for the month of June, and so she was back and spoke to the kids about what it takes to be a Division I athlete. She plays basketball at Arizona University, so she went to junior college after graduating from high school here, went on to play at Arizona, and she's back there again this year. So she spoke to the kids briefly on Friday and just talked about, what does it take to be an athlete? What did she do? If she was in their same shoes, and what does it take to get to Division I athletics? And she talked about the good things, her school is paid for, her room and board is paid for, but then behind the scenes she talked about what her day is like, how early it starts. She has to take night class. What does she do when she's on the road? She may be gone for 3 or 4 days. So we're going to try to use some of those resources that we have connected to our community to kind of show these kids, maybe what it takes, and maybe this is the starting foundation for them to get started. So with that, some of the funds that we're going to spend also is for equipment as well. So I think unless somebody has any questions.
Yeah, we were just going to ask if anyone has questions about the program for Brent. Any questions?
Or Brad.
We are thrilled to be here to honor the program. We actually have some financial, in addition to coming out and having this program to recognize the course program, we also have a $1,000 contribution back to the program in hopes that you can continue to keep this program going strong. And we're going to recognize you in not just the Kansas Hospital Association, but we send this program on to the American Hospital Association, and hopefully it'll pick up some recognition on a national level as well. So we're really excited about it. Thank you for being here. And Melissa, if you wouldn't mind coming up, you can stand here in front of the podium. We have a check for you to hold and get a couple snapshots if we can. Blaine, you can get up there too. Brad, maybe?
Yeah.
Great.
Your whole team back in.
Braden, you want to come along? Yeah.
Come on, Braden.
I'll let you go first. Right here. And then one for me. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. How about a round of applause?
Yeah.
Sometimes that's hard to get through the ATM. So we actually do have the real check that's a little easier to get through. So I'll get it to you as well. So congratulations. And if you have more questions or you want to know a little bit, I have some folders on the tables with some information. And then Julie's uncovering some very healthy snacks for us. So please join us for some refreshments. Thank you all for being here today.